Alright guys, so we've officially made it to Sema, quite possibly one of the craziest places that has anything to do with cars. Literally, you could walk here for 2 days straight and not see everything. There's companies here that make any type of part for a car that you could possibly imagine from countries all over the world. I was actually kind of joking with Nicole and saying if you brought like a chassis here, you could literally walk around the show, get every tool, every part you needed for the car, and you could legit build a car at Sema, especially with how like many professionals and skilled workers there are here.
I don't know, I feel like people would be arguing too much, trying to get this stuff done, getting each other's way.
Oh, and there's drifting.
Hands just like sticking out of that window. Look at that hand.
They wouldn't let that happen at our drift events.
I just pulled out a dog. Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
It has Nicole written all over it. This is the guy who had the arm out the window.
That was me. Look at this. It's Ahmed, man. We're crazy. We do that stuff like back home, like occasionally.
At Sema, you'll find everything from actual car manufacturers like BMW, Mini Cooper, parts manufacturers, and even the shops that build the cars. And the level of the builds is so crazy that you'll start to get the Sema effect. So you'll see the craziest builds ever. Like this Jeep, and you'll just start to not notice them anymore because they just blend into the sea of ridiculous cars. The cars here have no details overlooked. I think this might actually be my favorite car that I've seen here so far. And the all-wheel drive does work on it. That's so sick. We just randomly stumbled upon the Cosmos booth, and this is my first time ever meeting Billy.
Hi.
Well, we met before the video, but I'm putting him on the spot now. So he's been my main contact at Cosmos, and he's helped us out with all our cars and stuff, so it's great to finally meet in person. Anything you want to talk about? Like any new stuff?
Great wall of wheels.
These are 22s. These are new, right?
Yes, 22x10 plus 0.
And then there's a new style over there too, right?
Yeah. Let's check that out over here.
Let me film this car real quick. This is like my favorite wheel, my favorite color.
So we got the R5, this fits Ford Focus, 18.8.5 plus 40.
It's pretty cool. And then,
Bronze, maybe for Gab.
yeah, and this is the first time we've been able to see the Hyper Bronze in person.
So pretty.
I know, but it's never in stock.
It's in stock now.
Now it is. Speaking of which, we do have a coupon code for Cosmos, which you guys know. I'll put that in the description if you're interested in Cosmos wheels. Always good to use that. They've got a full carbon R33 at their booth too. This is so overwhelming. Look at these trucks. It's such a nightmare trying to meet up with people here. No, it's not your fault. I wasn't even talking to you, I was talking to the vlog. We've been trying to meet our friend Jimmy forever and he's lost. Look who I ran into. What's up? It's been a while. Jimmy actually got sent here by Hyundai. So you want to tell us a little about that?
Hyundai reached out to me and they offered to fly me out here to help basically promote their content here at Sema. I don't know, it's a really cool gig. Just gotta, you know, show what they're doing here a little bit and what I'm doing here, and it's good. It's a good time.
Proud of you, Jimmy. Making moves. So this new connection, Jimmy's actually gonna be doing this crazy Veloster LS3 build.
Oh my God, get out of here.
All right, so this is the South Hall. I think this is most of the performance stuff. As much as Sema is about checking out all the crazy builds and crazy parts that they have here on display, it's also really important for like networking and making connections. So one of the things that I'm trying to do is talk to a lot of the companies that have supported a lot of builds that I've done, thank them, and try to make new connections to plan dope stuff for the future. Getting some ideas for the F250. Yes, I know that's not an F250, I was referring to the wheels. It's crazy how much money people put into these things. The camera doesn't do this blue justice, but this is as that dude in blue as it can get. Again, with the level of detail. Even if you don't know much about cars, there's still so much you can learn here just from the displays and kind of how they break things apart. Engines on stands. Like as an example, I never knew that the brake booster on Jeeps was actually mounted right next to the rotor. That must be why they stopped so quick. All right, this is really sick. Could have gone RB, but they went SR. Makes me happy. I'm a little confused, guys. Maybe you can help me out. It looks like they developed this as an intake box, but it seems really large. So I don't know if it's maybe for some other purpose. It looks just like a closed box.
I love that color though. You should do your S15 this color.
Nah. It is cool though.
Oh yeah.
I like it. Camera just does not do these colors justice. Friends! Marble looking diffuser thing's a really cool touch on the screen Ferrari. That's so large. I dig it. These guys have some of the craziest, most detailed oriented builds I've ever seen. They also custom make a lot of stuff that they sell. I actually got my steering wheel for my BMW from them with a custom red die. Could have been you, Nicole. Those are some wet tires. Ford! Ford! So this is the concept for the Super Snake. So cool. Looks familiar. Central Hall is absolutely wild, and we're probably gonna go here mostly tomorrow so we can look at everything and talk to people. Look at that flooring they got. So Matt Mormon actually helped him pick out the whole flooring and get everything situated. The booth looks so good. Sir, can you help me pick out some coilovers?
No, we don't sell those.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Nicole.
So I really need to stop slacking and get some BC Forged wheels for either the 335 and or the Mustang. They're totally down to help me out with a set of wheels. I just need to make a decision, and I suck at making decisions. I've really been a fan of this particular style though, where the spokes kind of come out to the lip. It's just deciding color and size and offset. This guy right here looks familiar.
Hello, Adam.
Aaron, can I get some commentary on this car right here?
What would you like to know?
I don't know, you just have good comments about things.
This is the most mental car. Hello, people. Are y'all the team? Part? This is actually y'all have the best media, by the way. Robbie Works is the best channel on drifting. He's awesome. This car is mental. This is the escalation of drifting in the United States. This is an example of teams coming in with a lot of money and not having to be financially, how do you say? Financially
responsible?
No, like they don't have to have an actual what?
Limited.
Not financially limited. They don't have to have a real business plan for it, so they can spend unlimited amounts of money, and they come up with absolutely crazy cars that continually escalate the series, kind of like when Daigo Saito came in. And as they continue to do it, it's very interesting because it makes it more racing, like more expensive. But it also means that the grassroots guys fall farther and farther and farther below, and you'll no longer see guys coming up through grassroots racing and Pro 2 and being able to compete on this level. It simply won't happen. The guys, like the driver of this car, he's too good. He has too much seat time. He has too good a fabrication. He drives so much that a Pro-Am guy driving 10 to 12 times a year is never going to be able to compete on this level. He won't be able to compete mentally, with money, with skill, with experience. So it's just they continually draw out the difference between the grassroots driver and the pro driver. And even a car like this means that even the guys that are in Pro 1 right now that don't have real money backing them and they're from the grassroots level, they'll fall out as well. So if you look at Formula D, there's only say
no, I'm not. I love listening to Aaron talk.
There's only maybe say 15 drivers in Formula D that have maintained being in Formula D for say the past 4 years. Everybody else has fallen out. And it's because of cars and drivers like this that come in worldwide that are not limited by money or building like experience or driving experience.
What? You're pointing too high. That's him. That's the guy.
No, I was gonna say, you will consistently see Formula D or pro racing on the world level get higher and higher and higher and distance itself from everybody down here. So you will no longer have grassroots guys come up and be able to fight them. It will only be rich people that can maintain awesome teams, awesome cars, and afford to go to places like Ebisu or wherever and practice day after day after day after day after day to get good enough. How many days of driving have you done?
8 events every Thursday and Friday. That's it.
No, how many times have you drifted in your life? 100 days of driving, 1,000 days of driving?
Only when there is a competition weekend.
Really? That's it?
Yes.
Oh, you're talented then. Because most guys take a lot of experience. How many years have you been driving?
7.
7 years? Well, you're probably one of the guys that's so good at building cars that you don't have to struggle through the experience of driving. Are you the builder? Okay, sorry, I'm not familiar, even though I watch the Robbie Works stuff. I was gonna say, you guys are either very talented or incredibly good at setting up cars so that you don't have to struggle with them and everything. And most of the grassroots guys struggle with all that and they'll never get to the level that you guys do.
That's backup to build a good car, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're saying now. You're answering your question. Grassroots.
Yeah.
Coming from nowhere, the streets.
Yeah.
Jerks. Right? The Mustang shit. Sport.
Yeah.
It's not fun anymore.
Whoa, wait, say that again?
It's a sport, it's not fun anymore.
He said it's a sport, it's not fun anymore. So you don't have fun in it?
I mean, like, it's fun, but it's a professional sport.
Yeah. No, that's I think the best thing to say about any of it. It's not fun anymore at that level.
It's not just fun, what he's trying to say.
Yeah, well I'm saying it's a sport, it's real competition. You're not there to have fun. You're there to be at the best.
How about this?
Yeah.
It's a job.
Is it a
Pay the
job?
bills, right? It's a job for you now.
Yeah.
It's a job. Unless you have the money, it becomes a job.
Yeah.
You either create your own career doing what you want to do, or you have money and you work your way into it.
Yeah.
That's
Right,
it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How much do you think it costs?
That is not a fair question. Who was the builder?
Me.
It was you.
3 of us.
It's not a fair question because you would charge someone.
We're talking so smart. Tell how much it costs.
Well, I don't know how many years of experience go into the car. It's like saying, how much is a Harvard degree worth? 11 years of experience. So you can build the car at almost no cost for yourself because you're working for free at that point.
No.
But your
I'm
time.
not asking you how much we spend.
Yeah.
I'm asking you how much it costs.
Ooh. I don't know because this is mental. Most people don't build bodies like this. I assume that y'all did all this by hand in house, right? Yeah. Or did you get all the body work and everything from someone else?
Yeah, we'll build it.
They help develop the body work.
Doesn't make a difference.
It doesn't? I would say it cost you
Everyone can buy
guys.
this car.
Did you buy the motor?
How much we would sell it?
Oh, woo.
Right.
I would-
What's
Here's
the
the
retail?
buyer.
What's
How are
How
you
much
the
do you
buyer?
think he should pay for it?
What's the retail price of that car?
Oh man, I don't know. I would think.
Because that company builds them.
With the
Not
cannon
racing,
plugs, I mean,
not just
there's
racing.
this is the top of the line, the latest of the greatest.
I would say between 150 and 250,000 turnkey delivered to a customer, but I think it might cost y'all somewhere between 65 to 90 to build it. I'm guessing.
I'd say 90 to build at least.
Is that
90,
accurate?
110 to build, huh? Without some of the indirect costs.
I would say
The
you're very
direct cost
close
more.
to the list price.
Yeah.
About the to build it. Just
Was it more or less?
let's
If you can do it for 90,
don't talk.
then we're
Okay, so it's way more. I can't see all
Then
the
you-
things like I don't know the transmission. The transmission cost I could be $25,000 off.
The grass.
The problem
Hey,
with
Grant.
what you're talking about here is like you're saying like, oh, it only costs him X amount. to build
Get in the
this,
video.
right? So this car cost him an assload to build because he had to build 10 of them to learn.
Right, that's what I was just
Yeah,
saying.
exactly.
When you asked me how much it would cost to build, I would say that's not fair because you have so much education and how many you've built that this is the culmination of like 11 years of your experience, and this is amazing. Someone couldn't build this car as their first car no matter how much money they spent. If they had $1 million, this wouldn't be their first
That's why
car.
you guys surround yourself with the right people.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it took you how long to get the monster stuff all together to the point it is now.
You're always
You
good
had
as
a
your
whole
team below you.
culmination of people. You had a team of people.
Yeah, no, it takes forever.
Yeah, but you wanted to do it, right? He wanted to do that.
Yeah.
So to say like it's not fun for him, he wanted to do that. He went towards that path. And that's what
Yeah.
he's at.
No, I think it's amazing. And you are one of the best car builders for drifting in the world right now. Would you agree?
Yes,
No?
I guess.
You guess? Is that you being humble?
I'm going to say, you know what? It's some of the cleanest stuff that's out there that I've seen.
Yeah.
It's to my quality. When I look at, I come from a desert racing and off-road background for 20 years, and you don't see stuff like this on most cars, where you've got a mil-spec wiring program, the carbon fiber overlay that they actually have, the soft composite panels.
Yeah.
A lot of that stuff you don't see, you know, the time actually to go in to make that custom fiberglass piece that's in the front.
I can try and guess better now about something. The motor was 36,000. Is that close?
No.
26?
No.
Higher?
Yes.
Whoa,
Yeah,
man.
they're like
Okay, then I'm way off on the cost. Because I don't know how
50.
much. What?
So-called customer engine is 36 without a dry sump.
Really?
That's the
Okay.
what customers
Dry
do.
sounds
This is
what,
a-
5 grand?
So the motor's like 50 in the range? Okay, then I'm way off on the cost of the car because I've never bought a motor like that, so I can't even guess.
You said
You
the
know what I mean?
transition was how much?
11.
11. That's cheaper than I thought it would be.
Okay, so I'm way off on the cost of the car because the motor was 50 and I was thinking less. So the car had to be probably at least 120,000 to 160,000 to build.
Well, your guess about the list price you said, like, I
Okay.
won't tell you.
The list price is close.
price.
You don't have to tell us. We're complimenting the car. The car's amazing.
So I originally pointed the camera at Aaron thinking you'd be able to just tell me about the car. I'd be like, okay, this is carbon fiber, this is really high horsepower. And Aaron just got on a really long discussion kind of about the FD industry, which he's really great at doing. And I recommend you guys go watch his videos talking about it because it's really interesting. But I think there was a misunderstanding and the team kind of took it as that he was insulting them or their car.
No, I don't think that's what it was. They didn't feel insulted. They were curious if I could guess how much it cost and if like, how how do you say, they thought the situation was humorous because we're obviously, this isn't to be mean to us, but we're kind of nobodies. Like, Adam has been around motorsports for not a super long period of time. The guy has been doing desert racing at probably more than $1 million a year budget for a long time. I think I'm undershooting that. And they were just curious if we could even guess or know what was going on. And I was thinking he was saying how cheap he built that E92 BMW, and that, you know, like a lot of the parts were sponsored. And then once I found out he was counting all of it as customer stuff, I think the cost was like, you know, $150 plus. And the person that bought the car was there, if you didn't quite catch that. And I think he spent somewhere around $350,000. And they were basically, I think I'm going way off in the wrong direction on this. What are we talking about?
There was some sort of misunderstanding, and it got a little heated, but everyone understood at the end, and we were just admiring.
I think they were joking because we look like idiots.
It felt pretty heated. It felt pretty heated to me.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, I don't think you understood, but like it felt pretty heated.
We saw their faces.
We were complimenting the car.
Oh. Yeah. No, I was complimenting it. I complimented it like 100 times. I think maybe there was a misunderstanding. I didn't think it was heated at all. Did I not compliment them a ton?
You did, but like...
It's just the grassroots and the, like, here and no one can ever afford this. And
yeah.
I think there's a lot of different ways to look at drifting, and I think we all have different views, and I think that it's just... No, we all love each other here.
No, you know what's even funnier is they knew who I was.
I know.
I thought that was hilarious.
And then
I didn't think they knew who I was.
And then you threw me into the equation. You're like, do you know who this guy is? I just put me. I thought
it was awesome.
That was not the time to introduce me.
Yeah, it was.
Now they're probably gonna hate me.
Ah, no. Now they can find this video.
I thought the car was really cool, and I just wanted a little more information about it. Look at these paint jobs. Look at this beautiful human that's coming to Japan with us.
Heck yeah, I'm excited.
Oh, hey, look at this beautiful human too. Yeah, Aaron likes to create drama.
He just likes to talk about what he's feeling.
Well, no, I respect that. That's what I like you.
You're an honest,
Your camera doesn't even have a battery in it, does it?
I just put a battery in.
Oh. If they were mad and everything, I was simply explaining, and I think it was very obvious if they had just purchased the car for a large sum of money and they're going to operate it at a high level, that they're coming in as professional racers with a lot of self-funding. And I think that just, like, I don't know. I'm just talking.
Poor guy has flat tires.
Can I drive it? Can I drive it? Or do I even fit in it though?
We're going to a place called Urban Turban. It's closed, or no, that's not the right entrance. Aaron loves this place. This is my first time having Indian food.
Ever?
I mean, I think so, honestly. I think I've had like chicken curry at like a cafeteria at school, but...
That's
a cool school. It's technically Halloween. We have to go trick-or-treating at least once, so we picked a very special house that we found on Google Maps, and we're gonna go trick-or-treating. Trick-or-treat! Trick-or-treat! Oh my gosh, I thought you guys lived in Colorado. Look who it is. Are you editing? Yeah. You're so responsible. So instead of getting a hotel this time, we all got an Airbnb together. So this is our house.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Look at what I got. Did you see Chris Forsberg's Datsun 510 today?
Daddy Primer's gonna give us a mini house tour.
Who's Daddy Primer? Oh, Primer.
It's not primer anymore. It's
That's true. That. Daddy Ruby.
So look at this. This is their suite. This is their Ty David.
So look at the difference between my section and David's. I mean, I have some laundry on the floor, but other than that, well kept.
You guys got your own hot tub?
Well, yeah, they do, so they can sit in there together.
Oh. Dave cannot fit in there.
They sit in there. Well, Dave's knees come up to right here. Ty's.
Alright, so with everyone, we headed to Fremont, which is essentially old Las Vegas. Lots of lights, lots of weird people. It's fun to watch them. Odd limos, motion auto TV, primer gods.
It's not primer. It's not primer.
Senior wet sand. Nicole's gonna go ask this guy how much it costs to rent that car.
He said $1,200 a day, $1,000 if you're over 25.
Wait, so it's actually rented?
That's what he said.
That's funny. So I spotted a wild big boost playing giant beer pong. That Jeep limo looks sick. The iPhone actually calculates how many steps we take and everything, and we walked a total of 7 miles today between the show and everywhere else. Yeah, I feel like that doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot.
I walked 17,000 steps. That's a lot.
My feet hurt.
Mine don't.
And we're gonna do it all again tomorrow. If there's anything you want me to specifically go over, or any booths you want me to go to, or anything you want me to talk about, or anything you want me to make note of SEMA, let me know. I probably won't read your comments until after tomorrow at the show, but we might go back on Thursday for like half the day before we fly home. I think she enjoys SEMA way more this year.
Oh yeah.
Now she like understands stuff.
Yeah, that sounds sarcastic. No, I really did because I'm tired, sorry. Now I understand things. So it's a lot more engaging and just cool, and I'm just so excited to get my John Cooper Works brakes.
Did we talk about that, Nicole?
I don't know if we did.
Yeah, Nicole just randomly like went up to Mini Cooper and like just she was like, listen, she was like, we have this many followers, like I need some Mini Cooper John Cooper Works brakes for my car.
I
it's
have
red,
the John Cooper Works
it's
interior.
white, it's cute. I deserve all the likes on this video.
And yeah, because I want those brakes. And then the guy starts trying to sell me on their exhaust and how it's valved and everything.
And she's like, boy, I already got a valved exhaust.
It's
like,
Remus.
well, it's gonna void your warranty. And she's like, warranty, who needs that? I'll put a Jay-Z in it when I'm done. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow.
Bye. Wait, fall back with me, it'll be cute.
No, that was cute.